All right, fellas, this is the rant of the day. We're talking about Shakira Stevenson, as you can see in the background. We're gonna talk about this capper. I mean, this guy, he has a terrible fight. And he cries, talking about I retire. I mean, look, this is the day and age we're in. Then the capper, he gets on Twitter because he is Shakira Twitterson. Then he started bashing Teofimo Lopez, talking about that's why his dad gets jumped. It's like, what other fighters in boxing do this type of shit? Like, that's not a way that you want to come into boxing and get no. I mean, I don't see how that's how you think that that's going to attract fans. And you talk the most shit with the worst style. And that's what we get on the Frank Bay show, and we roast these guys. I mean, they have the most boring style, and then they have the nerve to talk, I'm gonna beat your ass, and you don't want this smoke, and they just talk all this, gang shit. And it's like people are tired of it. And then they get in and fight like bitches, the Shakiras, the Hankies. I mean, maybe Stank Davis. And I mean, I guess he's about that life, but he hits women and hits cars. Like, that's not thug behavior. I mean, it's like, look, if you're gonna be a thug, be a super thug, go all the way, be Mike Tyson with it, be a real killer, he got that dog in him. But man, you can't fight like a bitch and run and then get on Twitter and talk about nobody wanna fight me. And this is what we're talking about, And it's like, he was mad he didn't get Navarrete. He wants to bring up a smaller Mexican. Navarrete has been a champ, 126, 130. And he wants to pick on that guy so he can look good. I mean, he's already a weight bully like the Vina Hanky. Then he wants to bring up the Mexican because he has a fan base and he doesn't. And fight that guy and look, and run all night. And then brag about how he beat a Mexican up. Rob Mayweather used to do the same thing. Bringing up the Marquezes. You know what I'm saying? Fighting smaller guys, Ricky Fatton. But this is how these guys move, man. They want to fool you guys into thinking they're the best when they're really not. They're looking for old guys like Lomachenko, older, retired, and he wants to fight Loma, so another smaller guy, so he can rob him. And then they duck each other. He ducks the Vina Hanky, who offered him undisputed. I mean, all that was full of shit. I don't believe either one of them. But this just goes to show you the level that these guys are at. And now he's calling out Teofimo, like, let's fight. He wants to fight at a catchweight. That's what he said. He said he'll fight him at a catchweight. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, man. And then people get online and say these guys are great. They got more skills. He could beat Canelo. He could beat, Navarrete, Loma, easy. It's just easy work. And it's like, well, where's the fight? I mean, they just make names, and he's probably going to come back against a nobody, to look good against, and they're going to match him right. So, but he has to fight and stand in the pocket or his career's over. But at the end of the day, Navarrete turned it down and said, hey, this guy's boring. We don't want to fight him. You know what I mean? He puts people to sleep, and it's just the truth. But then he gets on Twitter and talks the most shit. But that's the rant of the day, and I'll catch you on the next one, I hope.